is Yojimzo.
Gamer SK555 with a new Synnfulgaming Productions logo. Bitch.
This is probably going to be temporary, but it's better than our old one.
Yep. Yeah, as you can see from the title, top 10 things we like in video games.
Yes. There are some we will not be talking during for obvious reasons.
Because they're fucking hilarious. Also, our opinion, blah blah blah, make your own list if you want to argue with us. This took time and energy.
Though admittedly we only did this in a single night, so keep that in mind.
Yeah. Also, you know, the games we provide here may not be our favorite, or things like that. We just thought they were a really good example of what we were trying to get through to your heads. So, you know, all that shit. So, try not to complain too much.
Yeah. Well then.
Let's party!
Don't you?
Alright. Real difficulty.
Yeah. We're not talking about some bullshit difficulty like enemies that do, like, what? Way too much damage.
Yeah.
Or, you know, bad stage design or things like that. We're talking about a challenge. Something that just makes you fucking play it again and again and again, because you know you can beat it.
Yeah. That's partially why I'm so addicted to Demon and Dark Souls.
It's a bitch. It's like shitting out a diamond wrapped in barbed wire. But by God, you can beat it. You can beat this game. You just need time and energy.
And a lot of pain.
And possibly a counselor to deal with all your newfound homicidal rage.
Obvious.
Also deaths. You will die. A lot.
As you are seeing by this.
The back of the freaking case says prepare to die.
Or at least for Dark Souls. In Demon Souls they're just like, good luck. You're gonna need it.
Yeah. The other game kind of kills you off really fast, but once you have the technique down for it, you can own shit like this guy is. No, this is not us playing any of these. We ripped a lot of things off from YouTube because, you know.
We didn't have time for recording.
And, you know, we don't own all these games, but...
We own most of them, but not all of them.
God, man. Real fucking difficult. Yeah, the game is hard, but most enemies have patterns and things. It's just that they do a lot of damage. You can't block. The only way you can dodge damage is by dodging. So
successfully.
Don't you?
Fun.
Graphics. I feel kind of like a hypocrite for putting this in, because I don't consider graphics too high in what makes a good game.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not a graphics whore or anything, but if a game does look nice, well, I notice, you know?
Yes.
I mean,
and also, side note, credit to Omega for the Mad World gameplay.
Yeah, don't get us wrong. Gameplay, story, things like that should be focused on first, but hey, if you got a little time, putting a little finishing touches, you know, a little scenery porn. Good for the eyes.
Yes. It never hurts to have a little eye candy, assuming you do everything else right.
I mean, it doesn't have to be ultra high def, it just has to be pleasing to the eye. I mean, Mad World.
Yeah.
Fucking...
You got 3 colors in this game, black, white, and red. Lots of red.
And it still looks awesome.
Yes, it does.
And then, on the very, very extreme side of graphics, we have what is basically scenery porn. I know it's...
Or Fushoda.
This is not a game. This is more for people who enjoy graphics.
Yes, yes it is.
Also, you can totally... It's hilarious. I love it.
I didn't even know you could Fushoda a giant till I saw this.
But seriously, this game is evil.
Yes,
and
it is.
Long.
Yes, it
You're
is.
gonna need time.
Lots of time. That's
Next.
that.
Don't you?
Fuck. Stage design. This is scenery porn to a lesser extent. Basically, well-designed stages.
Yeah, I mean, enemies, things like bosses, things like that, they're gonna be very memorable. But a stage that will just fucking... There are some infamous stages, like, say, the original Castlevania. You know
Medusa
the hallway
heads.
I'm talking about, the one with those fucking... yes. That one was a pain in the ass, but it is engraved in everyone's fucking head. That is the power of a stage. The thing we have to traverse and put all our blood and sweat and tears in getting past so we can fight that big-ass thing at the end of the game that is just so satisfying at the end.
Yep.
A good stage can make or break you. I mean, take a look at, like, Demon Souls.
Yeah.
The classic Mega Man games had good stage design. They were usually very fun.
Yeah.
Beating one boss usually made it easier to get through another boss's stage, things like that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's little things like that. They just really help make the experience. And before you're thinking we're only adding, like, newfound games to the list, we have a shit ton of classics to share with you, like Super Mario World. I played this when I was like fucking 6, and I was
Yeah, this was like the first game I ever really played.
And I mean, the fucking stages are good enough that even like little kids at this point can get to a certain point in the game pretty easily, because the first stages are designed pretty easily. You know, it helps teach you about the game, things like that. I mean, it's just fucking good design.
Yeah.
And especially in a platformer, you really, really need good stage design, because that's pretty much all it is. Get through the stage.
Yeah.
And this, talking about my favorite stages, I loved the Spirit Temple. Great boss, great elements, play as child and adult Link, things like that. It was one of the highlights of the game for me. Even, I mean, a lot of people complain about the Water Temple, but really it wasn't all that bad. It just tested your patience a bit because it took a while.
Yeah.
Dark Link was fun as hell.
Yeah. Sadly, I never played Ocarina of Time.
You should, it's fun. Anyway, next item.
Don't you?
Haha, in the face.
Replayability. Yes, we used very well-known games for this, but that's because they're very well-known.
So we don't really have to, like, say everything about them. I mean,
basically, Final Fantasy VII is my example here. Even if you beat it once, there's always more to find in the next playthrough or do in the next playthrough.
Most RPGs do have good replayability because of New Game Plus, things like that. It kind of helps you want to play the game again and just the shit out of it. Oh, God. You want to talk about a game with replayability? Dead Rising literally is all about replayability.
Yeah.
In the first point of the game, you literally can't get any far because you're like, oh, I died in like 5
Yeah,
hits.
I never even beat the game originally until I was level 50 because I kept getting distracted.
You gotta, it's like you die, you reload, it's like you reincarnate.
Yeah, I never bothered reloading unless I was near the end of the story.
Don't you?
Yeah, they all know about it.
What was that? Too serious for some of you, ladies and gentlemen? Ha! Don't worry! We're talking about the most badass strategy RPG, Disgaea 4, A Promise Unforgotten, for crying out loud. Manifesto Declaration number 1. Disgaea promises to deliver mega damage and ultra-high stats. Level 9,999, 100 million damage? No problem! No problem! Take a dump on the face of common sense. This is Disgaea 4.
That one just fucking speaks for itself. Take a dump on the face of common sense.
And anyone who's seen our Utage videos knows why I put this in. Sadly, we didn't get to include Yojimzo's, which is probably either his or Hideyoshi's. Probably the best in the game.
Hunt into the sky.
But yeah, we did have to limit this, even though this is going to be a multiplayer video. Because the ones that are going to be left are going to take several minutes long per rank, so...
Yeah, I mean, it's the things we like. We're gonna gush, we're gonna rant, and all that other shit, so... Yeah.
And now, Tadakatsu Hondo.
And enjoy the eye candy, damn it.
That's why we make this kind of video.
There's just something about this over-the-top style, it's fun.
Yeah.
Next.
Don't you?
In the face. Oh, we're gonna shut up now for a second. music, you know?
Yeah.
It sets the fucking...
Don't
And if you
you?
couldn't hear it in the past, that's because we had to mess with the audio.
All of a sudden, the
Now,
last
Han
boss
and she saw
appears, Demon
face,
General,
memory
Dark
characters
Death
up
Evil
here.
Man.
Not only
The
are
one
their
to
stories
stand
fun,
up and face him?
entertaining,
Absolute
but they also have a
victory,
lot of cameos
unlosing
in it.
ranger!
And they also love to break the fourth
Rests
wall.
in this final showdown.
It should also
the
be
last
noted that
battle
they
already.
have good music.
Yeah.
For that's
you know,
what
it's the
everyone
entire
thought.
last thing
The
they
hero
talk about,
dies!
upset
All of a
and
sudden,
everything.
the one
Now the
force
news
to
death.
succeed the dead hero's will
character's
is the
theme
weakest
song
main
actually
character in all the
very
world's
good.
history!
This is
Here.
just one of the few...
Time to go train in random dungeons and beat the last boss. Right?
It's...
Oh boy.
Well, just
Yeah.
Okay, what's your deal?
Oh,
Oh,
I
and...
am the Fury!
I decided to use the
And now I want to set the
concept
world on fire!
characters better than the actual game does.
You know what? I'm just gonna head over here. Did you
I
feel
love
the
this character
Fury?
oh so very much.
Are you feeling it?
I'm just gonna head over here.
Screw this! It's all
Anyway,
you, boss.
I do love his games.
They are good.
But yeah, back to Ranty, Metal Gear does have some very good characters.
Don't you?
Even if it did take quite a few games to actually get you to understand what the fuck is going on, the character
Don't you?
is good.
This is the part where you're supposed to laugh!
And yeah,
Stupid motherfucker!
next part.
Cut it
Yeah.
out.